Hi, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Kristin Adams here. It is April 5th, and tonight we're going to be talking about how to sell anyone anything reasonably, if you will. And so we're going to talk about some pit holes that people fall into, but also we're going to talk about some super secret tips that you can use to really improve how you sell and how you do it with integrity, especially during this time when people are in scarcity mindset, right? I feel like that's really, really super important. So I'm going to call in a couple people, and I don't need a whole lot, just 30 seconds, and there's no wrong answer. I'm just going to be able to use some of this to be able to train you all upright. So I'm going to ask you to sell me this pen, the red gel pen. It's almost like an orange color. So Miss Catherine, I'm going to unmute you.
Hey everybody,
Hi, Catherine.
I am
love
so
how you
glad
before every single one of our calls. So just if you were off the cuff and you're working at a store and you need to sell me this pen, how would you do it?
I love this pen. I'm a real pen aficionado. I'm very picky about my pens, and I know that you're interested in good pens too. I mean, check it out. It's ergonomic, it's a great color, it fits in your hand. I think I said that already. It gives that really annoying click that you can bug your kids with. Bugging our kids is always fun. And the ink, you can buy like replacements in them, so you don't have to buy the shell every single time. It's really good for the earth.
Thank you, Catherine. That was lovely.
When can I sell you this pen? Or I forgot the call to action.
Love it. She's going for the sale. How about you, Katie Sprecher? How would you sell me a pen?
I would tell you that that pen is, I don't know. It's really, it's an awesome pen. It writes well. It's useful. It fits in any type of purse or pocket. It's there for any occasion. I don't know. I'm really bad at this.
Love it. Love
like,
it.
Right on.
It's okay. It's all right, girl. How about I saw a higher level leader on here. Where did I see her? Heather Geisinger. How would you sell me this pen? You always have tons of CV.
Guys, you need this pen. It like has the best ink I've ever wrote with, and it's completely made a difference in my planning because the ink in it just shows up so much better.
I love it. So all of you guys took time to explain some of the benefits of the pen, right? You did. You did a great job explaining why I needed it, why it was the best pen ever. But did you understand who I am as a customer? Did you understand what I like or don't like about my pens? Do you know what fascinates me about pens? Or what I need this pen in? Like, am I a nurse? Do I need to be antibacterial? Am I an investment banker and I need it to look like $1 million? You have to understand my needs as the consumer, as the buyer, and how often I'm going to need the product, what kind I already use, what I like, what I don't like, how often I use it, all those kind of things before you try to sell me something. Because if you know exactly what my needs are, you'll be able to position yourself more appropriately on how to sell something. So if you spend more time listening rather than speaking, it will be more efficient, right, to how you sell. And it's a lot easier to be interested in someone than interesting to someone else. So if you ever gone on a blind date, or a date in general, I should say, my husband and I celebrate 11 years, so it's been a while since I've been on a date, minus, him, right? And the ones that tried too hard, that were trying to be interesting, annoyed me, right? They were telling me all the things that they did, and they went skydiving, and they have so much money, and that, whatever, right? They're talking about themselves the whole time. Versus if somebody actually asks you questions and wants to know more about you, which one are you going to have more fun with, right? So I want you guys to think about selling more along the lines of dating the person versus trying to sell to them. Now, I kind of set you guys up, so don't feel bad that I told you sell me this pen, right? You didn't say, how would you approach me to find out if I needed a pen? Because you would have taken that totally different. But that's the kind of perspective I want you guys to have. Now, I'm one of the leaders who is put into a lot of three-way chats. And I get put into three-way chats where sometimes the person who's making the three-way chat doesn't even know what the other person needs. They don't know what they need. They don't know, are they looking to lose weight? Are they looking for something for their child with anxiety? Are they needing a business opportunity? What are their needs, right? And so that's the first thing that we should be doing. One of the reasons that I feel like I've been so successful at this business is because from a nursing or a nurse practitioner perspective, I'm always assessing the situation before I make a plan or a diagnosis or a treatment. But I want you guys to think about that from that perspective. Assess what's going on with the person. And I have a couple of sales secret tips that I've collected for you guys tonight to kind of help with that, okay? So I want you to remember that your prospects are humans just like you. They have emotions, they have things that they need to overcome, and that people are naturally skeptical and anxious about doing business with somebody new. Right now, all of us are building virtually, right? We're all building through social media. Nobody's going out and hanging out with their friends at coffee shops right now. At least I hope you're not. Trying to be safe and trying to be socially responsible. So it's really important that we help these people who have this natural skepticism and anxiety. You did too when you first came to Q, right? And especially if you don't know them very well, to help make that connection faster by being inquisitive in their life. Showing them that you care. Like, how are your kids taking the no school? How's it going being a homeschool mom and working from home? Ask them questions that maybe don't even relate to selling them a product, but just so that you can get to know them better. And then share a little tidbit about what's going on in your life. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely ridiculous. I have 4 kids from 1 to 16. I don't know if I'm coming or going. My nanny can't work for us because her boyfriend got sick. Like, this is crazy. I understand how you feel, right? And then that person's like, wow, they're going through the same thing I am, and she's doing this thing from home successfully. So it's going to bridge that gap, and it's going to help make more of a win-win situation for everyone, because they're going to let their guard down and tell you more of their needs. And once you know their needs, you're going to be able to fulfill those better. So another sales tip is that, and this is a really old tip I found, it's called Jared's Law of 250. About how many people did you have invited to your wedding? 250? About how many people came to the last funeral you were at, minus the situation going on right now? Probably about 250. The law is that the average person knows about 250 people. So think about this. How many people do you have on your team right now? Have you contacted all 250 people of those that you know that would come to your wedding, that would come to your funeral? If you haven't, now's the time to get started on that. Get started with getting personal with them, warming them up, finding out what their needs are, asking a lot of questions, and filling in gaps that maybe don't relate to Q. Maybe they just needed somebody to talk to about their bad day of homeschooling. Fulfill that need. If you can fulfill one need for them, you can fulfill many needs for them, including their health and wellness, or potentially a business opportunity, right? So keep that in mind as you're growing your business and as you're talking to people who are looking at this and have never done network marketing before. They know about 250 people that would also come to their wedding or funeral. So they know people. It's just getting them past that initial part of fear of getting over that hump, right? Does that make sense? So secret sales tip number 3 is you need to sow before you can reap. So this is something that we used to talk about a lot, and I haven't really talked about that much more. There's different ways to be a salesperson, if you will. There's the hunter. You go out, you're going to get a sheep. I don't know why I said that. You're going to go and catch a deer, right? You're going to go shoot a deer. You're stalking a deer, you're doing all the things, right? And you're aggressively hard closing that deer. Like, you are going to be my dinner. Instead, let's think about being farmers. We're going to go out, we're going to tend, we're going to prepare our soil, we're going to plant our crops, and then we're going to be able to go in and harvest our crops. If you've been a sower, right now you are in the harvest season, because people already know that you've been watering and tending to their needs and fulfilling gaps and helping people out with resources. If you know someone who's making masks and they're looking for masks, you're connecting them with people. You're already known as a great connector or a great network marketer. Now is your harvest, because people are going to come to you because they already know that you're skilled at this. If you haven't been being a farmer, now's the time to start farming. It's really easy to find needs that you can fulfill for others with or without Q Sciences. So start fulfilling needs. When you do that, people are going to see you as someone who has the answers to their questions, someone who's willing to help, someone who's going to go out of their way to make sure that what their needs are, if they bring them to you, you can fulfill them. And at that point, then they need a job, they need health and wellness, whatever it is, they're going to be coming to you. So it's really, really important that we keep the farmer mindset and not the hunter mindset. Does that all make sense to everybody? That's kind of like a hard one to think about it. Okay. Number 4, keep your name in the front of your customers' minds at all times. So once you've signed somebody up as an ambassador, as a customer, you've already gotten their sale once. You want to keep getting their sale and build residual income, right? So keep in mind that these people need to hear from you, not just when their orders due, but maybe you keep a log of when they've placed an order and you go check their tracking. They're like, oh, I see your product's coming today. Don't forget to check your mailbox. Or, hey, Sally Sue, your kids are looking great today. You got them all dressed up in their Easter dresses and took pictures. I love them. They're so cute. Whatever it is, they're going to relate Q Sciences and you, no matter if you message them about Q or not. If there's a new product that comes out and you have a way to sample it, and you have a customer who's been loyal for a long time, send them a sample. I know for me, I don't drink Focus every day because I like the sport, but I'm getting the Focus in my Q Core. So I've been sending out Focus samples to some of my customers, sometimes as just a little gift, sometimes as, oh, they bought the hemp oil and cream. Here, try some of this too. You might like it. It's a way to be helpful. It's a way to be kind. And it's a way for them to think, oh, wow, Kristin really cares about me, right? And so if you can keep them on your, this used to be like a mailing list. Like if you were a realtor, you'd have a mailing list and you'd send out like postcards on their birthday. You'd send out postcards on, holidays, things like that. Instead, keep a list of contacts, because with social media, it's really easy to just drop a hi or a hello, but that also cheapens it. So what people in the old times when they would sell used to be able to just drop a card on their birthday and Christmas, we need to probably be doing it every other week, if not weekly, just to check in, especially for our most loyal customers, ambassadors, things like that. It's really, really important for building camaraderie and building culture. And so that's a really great way to help improve your sales, because when they have another need, that's who they're going to come to. They're going to think, oh yeah, hey, Kristin with Q, I bet she's got something for skincare. Let me check with her. And that's what you want. That's called that residual income. You've already made the sale once and now you're making more and more sales. And anytime that you can personalize it is best, of course, not a copy paste message. Nobody likes those. I still get those. I actually got one from somebody who thought I was an Advocare rep when Advocare went unilateral. You guys all heard about that. He sent me a sales pitch message that was copy and pasted. I was like, I'm not with Advocare. That was a year ago in April. And then like last week, he sent me another one. He's like, I've never done this to you, but I feel like I'm doing you a disservice by not sharing my blah, blah, blah opportunity. He was with HempWorks. And I wrote back and I said, actually you did. Scroll up. Last year, you thought I was with Advocare. Still not with Advocare. Not interested in HempWorks. Thank you. And like, if you're not making the money you want, you should come take a look at what I have. I'd have to teach him the right way to do things though. So he was probably more hassle than he was worth, but he got blocked. So just keep that in mind. We're professional network marketers. We should know how to do things better. The spammy Sally isn't going to get the sale if you are the farmer person who cares and is being an amazing connector. You're the one that's going to get the sales. Okay, sales tip number 5, referrals. This is really, really important. So you can call them whatever you want. I like to call them like affiliates. I like to call people that. They like that kind of title, or referrals, or whatever you want to say. But basically, these are people who are on the lookout and send customers to me, and then I give them a referral fee or bonus or incentive. So for me, it depends on the kind of person that gets referred. I tell all my customers that I have a referral program and I reward them handsomely. If someone refers somebody to me and they hit executive, I will actually send them a $100 check. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but hear me out, okay? If I bring in someone who's executive and that person that's 1,500 in volume, and that person sent that person to me and I give them a $100 check, they're going to be like, oh, wow, like you made $100 off of that one person. It may or may not seem like a lot, but I'm like, yeah, actually, and they made $750. That gets that referral person thinking. Now they might just send me more and more people that are going to go executive. Who knows? Maybe they'll send me somebody like Tara Truax, right? That'd be amazing. But it may also trigger them to think, oh, wow, like this is actually pretty lucrative. Huh. Can I join my friend that I just sent to you? I've had that happen 3 times, you guys, 3 times. So I love referral rewards. Now you can decide what you want to do. You can make it a sample pack. You could put together some focus drinks if you have extra. You could put together a little hemp packet, or even just one of the mailers off of the app. How easy are those? click, paste, send the link, and then pay for a $7 little token, right? And send them a little thank you. Whatever it takes, if you get someone who sends you a referral, that referral buys, and you then send that referral person a reward, they're going to send you more people. And they know at least 250 people that would come to their wedding or funeral also. Just think about that. What if they sent you all 250 people over time? That'd be a pretty great reward for you guys. It'd be a huge business, wouldn't it? So I love to generously give to my referrals, hoping that one, because they're already customers of mine, right? This is a referral program that I do for my own personal customers. And so if they're already customers, that means they already like the product. It's easier for me to get them to upgrade to ambassador. So that's one of my favorite tips. Sales tip number 6. Are you guys getting some benefit from this? Yes? Okay, cool. So get my prospects, this is one of my last tips, get your prospects to know, like, and trust you. So how do you do that? Well, first off, you're gonna come off a lot less sleazy if your whole goal is to fulfill needs, right? Knowing what their needs are, not trying to oversell them, find the products that are gonna work best for them, but always looking for a need, checking in with them. Hey, how are you sleeping now that we got you on that energy drink? You sleeping good at night? You are? Great. Oh, a couple days later, you know what? I actually had a really crappy night of sleep. Do you have something for that? Yes, I do. I have sleep spray, right? Always pay attention to what they like as far as their hobbies. If they're knitters, you could be paying attention for someone else that's on your friends list, maybe with Q or not with Q, and say, hey, you know what? I have a friend who just did this project. Let me send it to you. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll find a new friend. Maybe they'll find a new project. If they have sports teams and they've been posting about the fact that they can't watch whatever basketball team, you can sympathize with them. Or if they have a favorite singer, you know, you hear their song on the radio. I love to do this. In fact, I just did this to Tara Trax. I was playing High Hopes. It's one of her favorite songs. And so as I was getting ready for our call, it was playing. I was like, girl, your song's on, right? It only takes 2 seconds to send a little something that makes them know that you care about them. And then they're going to, in turn, really care about you because you took a few minutes of your time just to make their day brighter, right? Or maybe their favorite flowers are tulips, and while you're out taking one of your COVID-19 walks, you snap a picture of some amazing tulips and you say, oh, I just was thinking about you. Look at how beautiful these tulips are. That takes 2 seconds, you guys. And how do you think that that makes that person on the other end feel, right? And I know we're not talking about selling this to somebody, but imagine if you took a 2-second pause, send a picture of some amazing tulips to someone who's been really struggling with mental health, and they finally open up to you and they're like, do you have anything? I've been struggling. Because you took that picture, they open up and now you've got a sale. So these are all little tips that I do that I really think are going to be helpful to you all, help you grow your business. Another tip that I do is I allow my prospects to try or sample my products and services. So with this whole thing going on that I can't meet people, it's been a little bit more of a challenge, but I use PayPal shipping. If anybody knows how to use that or needs to know, there's a video link in Q Tribe. But you can actually ship from your house. All you need is a kitchen scale and packages, right? So I buy mine off Amazon, just bubble wrap. You can actually just cut up an Amazon Prime bubble wrap thing and put my sleep spray in there or whatever it is that I'm gonna have them sample. I like to sample a sleep spray. Probably sounds pretty weird. But what I do is I send an alcohol swab with it and I say, listen, these are one-way valves, nothing can get in them. Alcohol the top off and go ahead and use it. There's 30 days in here. Try it for 3 days, and then I'm going to contact you or you contact me. Let me know what you think. So they try it for 30 days. This is a $17 product, costs you like $2 to send. They try it for 3 days. So we're talking maybe a total of $5, and they fall in love with it. Then what happens? I'm like, oh my gosh, did you know that we've got these other great supplement lines, hemp oil, hemp cream, like what other things do you struggle with? You all struggle with pain. Well, you love the sleep spray. You're going to love this rest, this or that. If you place a $100 order, you can keep the rest of that sleep spray. Do you think that they're going to probably, even if they had $70 picked out, probably bump it up to $100 to keep that sleep spray? Most people do. It's very, very far and few between that people don't actually keep it. If they want to send it back to me, I can actually create that same label, and it's a PDF, and I'll put my own like street address on it, and I'll send them the PDF and say, print this and put on any, like the envelope I sent you or any other envelope and send it back to me because you know about how much it weighs because you can just weigh another sleep spray and they can send it back, right? So it's easy still to sample even when we're in this lockdown situation. I have added people to some of our Facebook groups, things like the Discovering Q, where they can see how we do the presentations, sample like testimony posts, things like that. I always tell them, hey, let me give you a peek inside one of our groups. You'll be able to see different people presenting, how we do things. We share ideas in there, share some testimonies. This might be something that you want to check out before you join. They, of course, pop in there, and then they're seeing people presenting all across the ranks. They're seeing testimonies of all sorts of different things, and they're thinking, wow, this is really all you do? Yep, that's really all I do. I give them kind of like a sample run, with our group. I make it sound more exclusive. Like, oh, we're only supposed to add people that are really excited about joining, and I know you're kind of on the fence, but I'm going to add you anyways. It's exclusive, and those people are going to be like, oh yeah, I'll take a look at it. I have sales tip on here. Number 8 was to find out what the prospects want and sell them that. Again, it's super important to do your research, to do your assessment, to find out what it is that they're looking for. Marielle likes to say, and I love this, I usually just ask open-ended statements like, what kind of health struggles do you have, or what would you like to improve in your health? She likes to specifically ask about sleep, energy, mood, pain, and one more. What's the other one that metabolism, like weight, gain weight, or lose weight, or maintain weight, that kind of thing. So lead them down the path. They're like, oh, I'm perfectly healthy. Great. How many hours sleep do you get a night? Oh, you don't sleep that great? Oh, shoot. When was the last time you had a migraine? Oh, yesterday? How's your sweet tooth? You struggle with sweets at night? Something like that. You can usually ask people a couple of questions like, how about 2 p.m.? Do you ever want to take a nap at 2 p.m. or do you have a lot of energy that powers you through the day? You can usually find one of those 5 things that people are struggling with right now. And then the last one is that I was going to talk about is winning after the close. So this kind of goes back to the keeping people in mind, keeping you in the front of their mind. After you've closed somebody, it's really important that we show them that they are going to be our next crown diamond. So each person that joins the business should be given a launch. They should be given the opportunity to have a Fab 5 if they can get 3 or 4 or 5 people on a call. Somebody unmuted. iPhone. Okay. They should be given all those opportunities, because here's the thing, you guys. When I was first in network marketing, I literally told my sponsor that I had a 6-figure income and I wasn't interested in the business at all. Like, don't even message me, not interested at all. I'm just here for the discount. And so 5 years later, now my team's doing $500,000 in sales easy every single month. You just think about it. They might be telling you no, but they might be that person that could turn into a crown diamond in the future. So really, really focus on pitching them the vision, showing them, hey, listen, you're saying no to something you don't even know about yet. Let's get you on a launch call. Let's show you the ropes. Then that way you can make a decision on what you want to do from here. Let's at least give you that opportunity to know what you're going to say no to, right? So those are kind of some of my top tips. I hope that this helped.